up. And if you are watching live, toss something. Oh, there we go. Well, that was not probably going to work out to be a very good beginning. Okay, well, anyways, we'll see what happens here because I just messed up starting the stream on YouTube. Anyways, so thank you very much for your support of this channel. Click the like button just out of pity. I'll take pity likes today. And if you're watching, go ahead and put something in chat so that we know that you're there, and we'll talk after we talk about today's subject. With today's subject, which is don't send your new users who register for your account to sign up for an account on your site their password in the welcome email in clear text. This happened to me a couple of weeks ago, and I made a note to make a tutorial on this simply because I signed up for a site and to download an extension or something, and I put in my username and I typed in accidentally one of my best passwords that I use for a number of things. And when the welcome email came, there was my username, and there, glaring right in plain text for everyone to read, was one of my best passwords. And it's like, oh my goodness, I wish I hadn't have done that, and I wish they hadn't have done that. So we're going to take a look at how to not do that, and talk a little bit, just a bit more about why that's not really a good practice. Before we do that, let's head on over to the channel. We're already on the channel. Let's head on over to the screen. And just want to remind you about the monthly giveaway we have here on the channel. Two prizes this month. One is a prize that we've had for a long time, but there's a change to it, and I think it's a better change. The change is basically first of all, the prize is a membership with myjoomla.com. That's Phil Taylor's site that you can use to update your Joomla site or multiple Joomla sites, and there's tons of information there to help you learn about the how to secure your site or what's going on it. Now, up until this month, the prize has always been for a 1-year membership to manage one site, but it's now a 1-year membership to manage one site or a 1-month membership to manage unlimited Joomla sites. And so you can enter and win that. And if go ahead and enter, even if you already have a myjoomla.com account, because if you win, Phil has graciously and generously is going to give you credit for whichever one you pick. So if you have an account to manage a site for 1 month, for 1 year, you'll get credited a year. And if you have an account that manages multiple sites, then you'll get credited for a month. So go ahead and enter. And of course, the other excellent prize that we have is your choice of any Regular Labs extension, a pro version, use for a year from Regular Labs and Peter Van Weston. So go on over to basicjoomla.com/giveaways, and you can enter into that contest, see if you win this month. And as I mentioned last week, there's a third prize that's going to be added, a third monthly prize. I'll be telling you about that closer to February when it's being offered. All right, so that's the topic at hand. When people sign up for a new account on your Joomla site, don't send them their password in clear text. In fact, there's not really a need to send them their password anyways, is there? Because they've just signed up, they've just entered the password, and so they don't need to be reminded of it. Now, having said that, they may need to be reminded of, because sometimes people forget. But the problem with sending them their password in clear text, and by clear text, it's a term that refers to just sending something in a format that can be read by others. So for instance, if there might be a website somewhere where the person is typing the password in the form, and instead of asterisks showing up with each keystroke, you see the actual letter. And so that's clear. That would be an example of clear text in passwords. And you wouldn't want to do that because maybe someone would be standing over your shoulder and looking. Now, it doesn't really matter if you're using dopey passwords just to get into an account or to create something for something. But it does matter if you put in accidentally your best password. And besides, nobody needs to know your password signing up for something. So that would be an example. So the example I'm talking about, and let me just show you the email that I have lined up, is, and this is an example. I just signed up for this, create an account on this free Joomla install site that I have here. When I created it, let's put that there. I received my username and the password, and a tutorial and a bunch of exclamation marks there. And that is easy to read. And what we want to talk about today is how to take that out, because this could be intercepted by someone seeing it on the screen. It could be stored in your inbox and someone fiddling around with your email or seeing that password and get in and create problems for you. If you delete it, it's in your deleted email folder. It could end up on backups on servers or in accounts. So, you know, let's not store our passwords in plain text, and let's not send emails to our users that have their passwords in plain text. So I'll show you how to change that now. What you want to do is, let me go here, move this chat window over here. What you want to do is log into the back end of your Joomla site, and you're going to go users and manage. And that's going to bring up this list of users here. And then you're going to go over to the top right corner and go to options. And you're going to go to the password options tab. No, you're going to use the user options tab and go down to where it says send password and just click no. Now, just while we're in here, this is where you can set the new user activation. Either an administrator has to approve them. They can approve themselves with a link, or they just get automatically registered. I'm going to leave it at administrator right now. So if we save that and go over to the front of the site here, click on create an account. And here's where we can just fill my name in here. Let's call this tutorials. I've deleted the other one, and the password, we'll make it 4 of those. 4 of those, and that's just we'll just call it this control. cybersalt.org, and copy that and paste that in there nice and quick. Now we're going to register, and I'm going to go off screen here to my email program and look for that arriving. It's already there, and now when I move that over, we'll see here's the welcome email. It's got my username, but it doesn't have the password in clear text, and that's pretty good. That solves the problem that we're trying to avoid. Yeah, there's no need for you to send your users their passwords in clear text when they create a new account. Now, of course, some extensions do send passwords in clear text, but that's usually when those extensions have picked a password for the person who's registered. And then what you want to do in that case is log in right away to that site, change the password to something that you want and you're going to remember. And then you make yourself just a little bit more secure, and you don't give your users a heart attack like I had when I was reading one of my good passwords right there in plain text on the website there, or actually on my screen. So that's the Maintenance Monday tip for today. I'm just going to head over here. I see that you got 5 people watching, 5 people concurrent, but nobody has chatted, so that's all right. Maybe we'll just hang out and see if anybody chats afterwards. But for now, that's all we need to talk about today. The links I talked about earlier in the video for entering and anything I've discussed along the way here, you can, I'll drop some cards down from up top, or I will also include, hey, let's make myself on the big screen here. I will also include links in the description below. So thank you again for your support of this channel. Thanks for tuning in to Maintenance Monday number 21. And as always, enjoy your Joomla sites, and God bless.